Alright. Let's close some stuff out. Okay. That seems good. Alright. I think we're probably good, right? Alright. So, guess what I'm still stuck on? Guess what I'm still stuck on? This fucking NPC closing a door behind them shit. I just don't know what I'm gonna do. Don't know what I'm gonna do. It's becoming so problematic. Got the door set up, door detector, checks who's there. Great, gets the game object from this FSM. This one stores on trigger enter. Maybe keep it on trigger exit. Presence, send collide next, send or store collider presence object. Cool. Maybe a set game object in here. Presence object. Does it get the game object? Get FSM game object, last object your door, right? But what if it just gets the bool, and so we check is NPC for that. So instead of getting the game object, we just get it from door checked is NPC. All right. And let's see how that works out. Whew, it's warm in here right now. Just ate a hot serving of dumplings, some steamed dumplings, and some white rice. Got me all toasty inside. It's taking a minute to build. Oh, maybe have the navigation selected. Come on now. That would be really nice to get this working today. What's going on here? There we go. Maybe because OBS is running. Okay. Let's see. All right, they're opening it. No surprise there. And it should close behind them. Okay, looking good. And now, still closes behind me, even though I walked through it. Near Snape. How you doing, Steven? I'm doing okay. Could be better, Near Snape. Honestly, not doing the greatest these last couple of days. I'm doing okay, though. I'm doing okay. Just these last couple of days, honestly, all my negative feelings are tied up in not being able to get this door right. So I'm grateful for that being the sort of only, negative thing bugging me out. Otherwise, everything's going good. How about you, Near Snape? How's everything going? I should be able to. It doesn't. Why doesn't it? Okay, this door detector is on the detector layer, and it's on a trigger event for a thing called presence. So why am I not? Here's my player presence, also on the detector array, and it's tagged as presence. Has a sphere collider, there it is. But why? Why does it only work with the NPCs, but not with the player? Where's detector? Detector, here it is. So it doesn't interact with any of these things except for other detectors. All that's empty. Queries hit back faces. Just wanted to drop in before I do some work myself. Cool, cool. Love the new Playmaker series, by the way. Oh, great. So you've gone through them all? I hope you were able to pick up some new stuff. I know it's all very beginner stuff, but I think there's some little gems in there for, because even me, when I was making it, I was learning some things. So yeah, that's cool. Glad you dig it. What do you have planned for today? What are you working on today? Unity layers child. Does the NPC... Let's see what they got. They have this. They have the same exact deal. Do they even have the same sphere mesh and mesh render? Yep. Sure do. Hello, Janjero. Still working on that horror game, and yeah, love the presentation. I'm glad. Very glad to hear that. You know, there was some stress riding out on like, oh man, like, I don't know what people are gonna expect out of these, and then remember how long it took to release them. So like, that always kind of made me like think like, oh shit, is this getting overhyped? You know? So I'm glad you dig it. Very pleased to hear that. Hey, finally near Snape watched the stream. I mean Snape. Yeah. Rusty Chicken, woot woot. Hello everybody. Okay, what's your issue tonight, Steven? The issue is the same issue it was. I feel like that's a Pinky in the Brain quote opportunity. Same thing I try to do every night, Pinky. Try to have NPCs close doors behind them without it closing behind you if a player passes through. What's up, Dinah? Hope everyone is good. Let's see. Motion vectors per object motion. Object, nothing else changes. I have no idea why. Okay, what's this? It's under default, NPC default, and what's this under? Spine 2. Oh, you know what? My player presence thing is under spine 2. It should not make a difference, but maybe. Maybe. This would be a very wacky solution. That would be very, very wacky. Let's see if that works. That sounds very dumb. Untag, default. This seems super dumb, but maybe. And we already tried bools Friday, correct? Yeah, so we are still working with bools to a degree. The problem I'm running into now, like I have a system that I'm fairly confident would work if this collider, let me see, player warp 2. So NPCs and the player or players have these game objects on them that are only in the detector layer. And they have colliders on them. They're sphere colliders. And they have an FSM on them. And inside that FSM, they have some values, one of which is NPC bool. So for them, that is set to true. And when this door is closing, it checks the last collider that passed through on that one layer. Let's see. And for NPCs, I'll show you. Let's see. Oh, it is in spine 1, huh? So they have this NPC presence game object. And all that is a sphere collider tagged as presence. And it's on the layer detector. And for player, has the same thing. Go here to player presence, same thing. Tag, presence, layer, detector. Both of them have these sphere colliders that are not triggers. They both have these FSMs, but for some reason, these doors are not recognizing them. So if I go here, this is where they should be recognizing them. See this trigger event? It's looking for a collide tag presence on exit. So I should be able to just kind of like, you know, enter and exit it, but it never. Do you have a rigid body on NPC and player? I don't. And that's what's making me wonder why does this collider detect the NPC one? Because the NPC one doesn't even have a rigid body. Watch, let's see, where is it? NPC presence. I guess these are all the views. Okay, so if I have NPC presence selected, look at it. No rigid colliders. 0. And yet, it still picked it up. I think it should be a rigid body on NPC. The thing is, I just can't be putting rigid bodies on things. I mean, let's... Should I just check my performance? Should I just kind of like... There's that part of me that... I'm just so worried about putting a rigid body on it. Maybe I could just watch my performance right now. So in Paris, we get around 76 right now with the editor running. Because your collider is set to a trigger, right? The collider on the door is. Yeah, it is. But it's insane to me how it still picks up how is it getting the NPC ones? Like, what is so different about this situation where it's getting the NPC's presence game object? Watch, if I started from the top. So either the door or the NPC should have a rigid body. The door, I believe, has the rigid body. I think that's why that might be working. But okay, so if I do this really quick, player warp 2. Actually, I shouldn't even do this. Let's see, where is they're over here? Where the fuck are they? Oh. Okay, so this door detector, right? And actually, this door detector does not have a rigid body. It's just a trigger. But it's still getting the thing. So if I turn off this set game object, because I have this thing that like clears which game object it is. If I press that, see, it gets that variable NPC presence. It got it. It detected it. Boom, NPC presence right here, presence object. So if I click on this, shows it to me in here. Click on it, right? No rigid body, just a collider, and it's not set to trigger. Nonetheless, it was detected. And it even reads it correctly. It goes into it, gets its FSM value of is NPC, and it's true, and that's right, and it returns it as such. And so this one above it right here, keep open if player, it'll get that value. So when this guy's done walking through, it'll return that as you'll see. Wait, did I select the wrong one? Oh, I'm still selecting door detector, huh? And maybe pick the one that was upstairs. There we go, same one. Here we go. So if I go over to it, the last time it ran, it got that FSM bool and it was true. You know? That was set over here. So this is driving me crazy because it detects them, and that object is the same exact thing. The same exact thing, but watch, when I touch it, nothing. I open the door, right? Brush up all against this, and it's on trigger exit, right? So I should be able to like touch it and then back up or something. But nothing. So what is your collision detection set as? On the door, maybe? Are you asking? What do you mean, what is my collision detection set as? In regards to what? Let me see. And then yeah, in my project settings, like if that's what you're talking about, like this detector layer, it only collides with things on the detector layer. And that is what that's what the one for NPCs is on. It's on that layer, detector, and it's tagged as presence. And then the one for the player is also right there. Layer, detector, tag, presence. Oh, dynamic low, etc. on player. Oh, wait, where do I find that again? Because right here on the just the sphere collider that I have, I know what you're talking about. That whole, oh, isn't that on? That's on rigid bodies, right? Because there's no rigid bodies on here. This is everything. This is the inspector I have. This is everything that's on that object. No rigid bodies. Goofy King, hello. Hello, Goofy King. So But the part of me that just wants to get on with things is like, maybe we just run if the amount of like frames dropped, because there's probably going to be drop frames. It's very likely that I'm going to start dropping frames if I add rigid bodies to this. Might not even work, honestly, because it's weird that it would even not work right now. But you know, if I set this to kinematic, and it only interacts with those things, we are floating around 70-ish. So if it's comparable, if I drop like 10 frames, I'm down to just say fuck it and keep the rigid body on it and then move forward. But it's frustrating. It's like, why does it work for the NPC but not for the player when they have exactly the same things? Okay, let's see. And here's the door inspector, by the way. It's right here. Alright, so these boys are about to leave. That door's gonna close. Okay. And I have... Oh, God. It would really fuck me up if this didn't work. If it didn't work, even with a rigid body on it, I just don't know how this world works. What? Oh, there we go. Okay, thank God, thank God. Okay, good. So, what are we floating at? We lost about 10 frames, it looks like. A little less than 10 frames. It's kind of floating, very similar, maybe like 5 to 10 frames. It's not floating as steadily around 70 as it was before. That's actually not too bad of a performance hit. But at least, you know, at least it works now. It's just like, why? Why do I need a rigid body? Why does the NPC get away with no rigid body? You know, it's frustrating. Still over FPS, which is more than acceptable. Yeah, it's fine. But you know, I just like being like having so much work ahead of me for many other things. I'm always just like, I don't know how my future like systems are gonna impact performance. You know, so I'm always kind of like, I don't care if people play at 60 FPS, right? Like, I mean, what do I mean by that? I don't care if people can't play anything over 60 FPS. They should play as close to 60 as possible. I would even be okay if my game ran fine at 50, which is like pushing it, and I would be dissatisfied to some degree, but at the same time, I would be able to live with myself. I don't think that's gonna happen, but yeah. I wonder if there is something we don't see in the FSM that makes a difference. Maybe. I mean, the collide tag, there it is. It's like what else could it possibly be? This is literally the FSM right here. This is it. Trigger event, use owner, right? It's this door. It has the box on it. It's this one. See, I'm turning it on and off. It's the one that's blinking. On trigger exit, so when something goes in and then out of it, it has to have the collide tag as presence, which both of them do, but only the NPC one works. Send the event next, store the collider as presence object. Doesn't even really do anything with that presence object. Afterwards, it just gets a bool from it and then resets it to none, so it doesn't like stay over there. But the problem before is like when I didn't have the rigid body on it, you could look at this FSM, and without the rigid body, I'd be like humping this door, and it wouldn't do anything. You know, see right now it's actually firing off. Like boom, there it goes. But yeah. Anyways, less than 10 frame hit, I can live with myself. It's gonna bug me, you know. I'm gonna stay up I'm gonna fucking be up tonight. Like why? Why didn't it? Even over here, I'm like watching this. Okay, good, it's staying. Let's see. How big is the trigger? Big enough. I overcompensated. multiple times I was like, okay, let's give it enough room, you know? I'm just gonna run on full screen really quick to see what we stay at. So crazy how performance just dies in Paris. So my real, oh, this happened again. So there's this thing that happens where my fucking NPCs, they get stuck in the doorway. And he's just trying to go forward. So ashamed, we should know how to fix this. Oh my, yeah. I know. I mean, it could be something that's broken, you know. Capsule collider, dead spot. It's a sphere collider and a box collider, you know. Oh, are you saying capsule collider dead spot because of, for this dude? Oh, that's weird. Did you see that? He just turned and then... Oh, now this guy's stuck though. Huh. They all fall in the same pattern. Where if I go over to them. This guy too? Yeah. What's your deal, mate? You know what does kind of bug me out too is like maybe this can help. Let's see. Angular speed. The obstacle avoidance is good. The angular speed, that's the thing that controls like how much they like turn, right? Like, or how fast they turn. Maximum speed of rotation, degrees per second. Like, I have this thing set to 500, but like they still kind of turn slow sometimes. That's already so small though, 0.04. Yeah. Like, it is closer to like the size of them, like actually their body, but now they're just gonna clip through geometry a little bit more. I used to kind of I used to have it bigger so there's like a buffer, you know, so they don't clip through geometry that much. And what's weird is like that thing doesn't happen all the time. I ran the game maybe like, you know, a few dozen times today, and when they got stuck in the doorway, that was only like maybe 3 or 4 times. Let's see. Yeah, but I think the nav mesh agent is catching the door. Yeah, it's a possibility. Yeah, they do walk out smoother. When they're smaller, they definitely have less to deal with. Wait a second. Oh, you know what? I need to add an additional thing. It just dawned on me right now where I need to make it so that if I open the door, if that is a player command, that it doesn't automatically close. I need to restore confidence in myself. So hopefully this seemingly simple solution I have right now for that problem sticks. But it looks like the radius thing helped. So a good call on that, by the way. Just add a wait for a key down. Let's see. Well, the way doors work is they do have they just have this bool. This key submit is down, but NPCs can call that too. When the NPC collides with it, they store the door, and then they tell the door. They have a set FSM bool that is basically like the NPC is pressing down, you know. So what I need is I just need to make a condition that says if the player opened the door, to not automatically close it. So right here you have keep open if it's the player. But on top of that, I'll put another one that says player opened door. So have a bool test, new variable, player opened door. Could use a bool for that, yes. Yeah, that's what I'm doing right now, bool. Just gonna, the same thing like over here, that when I flip this bool, I'm also gonna send another bool over that says that the player opened the door. And then it'll just have to reset. Where does it reset? It resets somewhere around here. Oh, right here, right here. So let's go true and false. So if the player did open the door, then it just goes back. Actually, let's see. I'm gonna send these both back here. I guess they could just do send back. Send back. Let's see. Instead of false, send back. Why doesn't that? Oh, because this is here. There we go. And then player opened the door. If it's true, we send back. If it's false, it goes to that. And so now, what is it? Player opened door. Under player, under player interact. Oh, you know what would be good if I made it a more universal bool. So I'm gonna do set FSM bool. There's gonna be 2 of these. And this other one is player interacted. And I'm gonna put that back for the door now. And so over here we'll have a set bool value. Player interacted as false. Okay. I think that's how it works. Or is it an open? Let's check. Oh shit! Ugh! Woo! Oh man. I'm excited to get to Playmaker work tomorrow. I can't wait to tell you guys about all this new shit. I hate keeping you in suspense, if there's any suspense at all, but oop, that boy slipped through that door. Alright, so the door closes behind them, right? Ah, so. What is going on there? It was an NPC. And then I was gonna ask, when do the special videos come out? Yeah, we're I think a lot are gonna be coming much quicker than the last batch, because yeah, there's just a few that I'm working on right now that are like time sensitive. Not time sensitive, but it's just kind of like they're essentials. They're essentials. But besides that, there's also ones that are not really tutorials, but it's still educational content. Bool test, player interacted, false, right? So if it's false, then it goes to closed, but it didn't do that. Oh, I'm dumb. Instead of setting to closed, it needs to go to quietly closing. I'm stupid. Shit. That's fine. Okay. There we go. Okay. And fire it up. If this does get working, I wonder what or if I do get this working, I wonder what I should work on next. I guess I have to get back to the plane ticket stuff, right? Because that's what this whole thing was for. Oop, that boy just squeezed through the door. Okay, door closes, great. Now if I open it, great. Okay, NPCs close the door behind them. Finally, Jesus Christ. Alright. What a mess. What a mess. I made all sorts of layers and tags and was renaming them and deleting them and shit today. I was just like, holy fuck. And presto, 3 days later. Yeah. God. That was a rough one. That was rough. Alright, there has to be some sort of celebratory thing I do. Unless do I just get right back to the nitty gritty? Do I go right back to the fucking... I guess now that NPCs can go through a door in a reasonable order, I may as well just get to that part where they all board, right? DC, flights, DC to London. I say happy dance, right? I can't even muster, like, I'm still in like shock. I'm like, the energy needs to come back to me. That was just relief, you know? It wasn't energizing, it was just relief. Okay, so not ready to board, boarding, and let's see. Oh, I think it's the gate agent that we want to check up on. So it's the static NPC. Ooh, I think I have to. Oh man, I'm wondering because right now I have just about like most NPCs that you run into in this game. They come from the same NPC prefab, and they just have different FSMs that get activated depending on what type of NPC they are. Yeah, the stupid saloon doors. I know exactly how you feel. Yeah. But there are these static NPCs that I made, and I call them static NPCs just because they don't have any nav mesh agents on them, and they just sit there, and they're more kind of like interactable objects. And I put them there because I figured I don't really want to have them do any like crazy, like, I don't know, I almost want to make it so like, even though I'm making a really systemic and, you know, open world-ish game, there's a part of me that wants to make weapons disabled when you're at the airport. Kilo Pro. Goofy King says Kilo Pro. Kilo Pro. So this is kind of more of like a designy question. I'm gonna get a piece of gum really quick. Like, do I prevent the player from even taking out their gun at the airport? Or do I let them and then impose some sort of immediate and like, yeah, impose some sort of immediate discipline consequence thing? Goofy King says hi, Rusty Chicken. Hiya, Goofy. Who is? Yeah, Goofy. That was the Goofy. I was like, huh? Gosh, Max. All right. I say penalty. Because if I impose the penalty, then that means I still do have to make the... Okay, so let's do a scenario, thought experiment. You're at the airport, you see your target, or you see a target, whatever, you see somebody who you want to kill, but you're at the airport, so you take out your gun and you kill them. So if you kill them, that means that the ticket agents would have to react like everybody else. Everybody else would go, and run away, or, cower or whatever. I could give the ticket agent something more specific where they just hide behind the counter and then get back to work after. Instead of running away. But then it's like, if you and then I have to make it so like you can kill the agents, right? So then what's the penalty? I guess, okay, maybe the better thought experiment is not even what happens when you kill somebody else at the airport. What happens if you kill a gate agent? What is your game about? Oh man, don't even get me started, Goofy King. I think the thing is, you know what I'm gonna do right now? I'm gonna put in my little Trello board. I keep notes for what to do for the next devlog video. And the one is, what is the game about / how do you play the game? Because people ask that question enough, and I don't think I've made that very clear. Even though I've said it a million times, it's like people kind of come in and out of it, and also I just like ramble. Nasties asks, will this be on Steam? Yes, I hope so. I intend very much so for it to be on Steam. Rusty Chicken says, something like lose gun and 4 hours of game time. Well, can't lose game time because in the game, it's real time. The game is inherently, absolutely baked in like the way you play real time. Because when you're playing multiplayer, you can't skip time, right? Because then you would have to skip time for the other person. Will this game be on Epic Games? I don't think so. I don't think so. Maybe. I don't know. Probably just Steam. Maybe itch, you know? Hit the big 2. So can't do the skip game time thing. And I don't want to impose super arcadey, like, or if I do have super arcadey penalties, I really need to come up with like an in-game, like, contextualization of that. So if you lose the gun, like, what was the one we thought of before? It was like, we were talking about like an agent that pops up behind you. Yes, it's a spy game. That's right. So if you do something, right, you're killing innocent people. That's what I wanted to do. It's like, if you're caught killing innocent people, you have to get a penalty for that. And so the penalty for killing innocent people is that you're always being watched by your agency. And so an agent will just spawn from behind you and just come and like I don't know, like tranquilize dart you, you know, and then put you in the back of a car, and then you're given a slap on the wrist, and that's just time lost, you know. Hitman, very much like Hitman. This is like Hitman and Among Us. I feel like that's kind of a good combo to sum it up. And Papers, Please. So if you're at the airport, like, I guess I can have it do the same thing. Because I guess that is the same thing, right? Killing a gate agent is just killing an innocent person. So it's like the same repercussion. But, okay, so the thing I think is different between that, though, is civilian B, or I should just call them civilians. Civilians are dispensable. You can kill a civilian and then get your slap on the wrist, but nothing else really needs to be changed. If you kill a ticket associate or gate agent or somebody whose role is a functional one in the game world, you know, you need ticket associates to buy tickets from, plane tickets. You need gate agents to check you onto the plane. So if you kill one of them, they need to be replaced. You know, so you'll still get a penalty, but then I have to come up with, like, you know, send in the new gate agent. You know, it's just so weird. And then so for the time being, it's like, yeah, there's some interesting factor in, like, okay, now that gate is closed, like, hang on, flights are canceled, you know, like, how does that work? And that's just like, that right there is a can of worms, you know? So I guess that's what my main concern is. It's like, how can I prevent can of worms situations like that? Because that's just a domino effect of logic that I would just have to follow. And it's like, if I can come up with a more elegant solution up front, that is both kind of like feels right in the game world and also like to the player without having all these like preceding things. Maybe have that agent take you to the city that's the farthest away and then make a wait time of like 30 minutes before the backup gets there. But see, yeah, I can't have it wait that long. That's too long. Because even I'm thinking about like, okay, well, in reality, in reality, like, doesn't even matter really. What I would want in the game is for that gate agent to be replaced relatively quickly, you know, to not throw off that system too much. Well, in 15 minutes, 15 in-game minutes, which is more like 15 seconds. I would be more comfortable with that, you know? Or honestly, I would have them spawn like right away because they couldn't just spawn there. They would have to spawn at like the front door of the airport or something like that, or like some sort of like employees only door. I would just have them spawn right away and then go to it. But in my mind, there's that window when a plane is boarding. Like, okay, here I think here's where the buck stops. The buck stops at delaying flights. That's what I'm probably trying to avoid. I think that I'm kind of, as the steps go down, I think the final step in all of that, the thing I'm really ultimately trying to avoid is delaying flights. So I would have to either make it so gate agents and associates are like spawned and replaced near instantaneously, like the moment one dies, like one shows up like 5 seconds later, or something else that just like doesn't involve them dying. How many roles in your game? Agent and victim. There's the mole. There's the 4 other agents that are working at your agency. There's you, who are the mole hunter, the sort of like upper position at the agency. There's the mole that works for you, who's infiltrating some other agency. And then at that agency, they have a mole hunter. And then they have their 4 other agents. There's mailmen in this game. There's a mailman who delivers packages. There's plane ticket associates who sell you plane tickets. There's gate agents who check you onto the plane. There's like cafe, like barista / waiter roles. There's grocery store clerks. And other various like market, employees, like retail employees. I think that's all there is right now. Robohemoth says, dope, just stopping in to say what's up. Oh, what's up, Robohemoth? HTC Talker says, are you going to go back to making these funny videos? Yeah, absolutely. They're just going to be, like, staggered out throughout the month, because I'm kind of just going to do the more regular thing by streaming, and then every now and then drop the like proper like produced video, because those ones they just take more time and effort, Robohema says, if you're still on later, I shall see you then, brother. All right. Thanks for stopping by, though. If you do see me on later, that'd be cool. Wish I had toys to just kind of like make up little When can we expect official Playmaker tutorials too? They're out! HTC Talker, go to Hutong Games official YouTube channel. And we just released a playlist of the beginner tutorials. And we have some new ones in progress. Some new ones are coming out. Okay, so if you're at the airport, Legend. Yeah, go check them out. Some good stuff in there. Got some new ones coming out soon too. Alright, so we have these static NPCs. I'm just gonna take a look at them, what we got here. They have the whole ticket buying system. Okay. Right. That's just what buys the ticket. And gate agent. I just finished seeing your Playmaker tutorial on the official channel and your editing is really cool. Hey, thank you. Thanks. I try to put some jokes in there and some kind of jokey but emotional moments too. You could make it so those ticket agents are just invulnerable. Right, like I'm kind of like trying to figure out like, is there a way I can like finagle an invulnerable gate agent, you know? I could put them behind bulletproof glass. I could, nah, but if I put them behind bulletproof glass, I won't be able to do that thing one day where I wanted to make it so you could sneak into the luggage. And that, I have to keep that opportunity open. So no to bulletproof glass, but let's see. I could also impose, I can impose a thing where like, if you're at the airport and you try switching to your gun, it gives you a little notification or like a little dialogue, a little line of dialogue that says like, I don't think it's appropriate if I take that out here, you know, something like that. Dude, the crosswalk joke was fucking hilarious. Thanks. Yeah. I'm so glad that they're down with my sense of humor. Like, I just got to sit around all day and like, just figure out how to make, just like, I don't know, this really lame existential but also nerdy jokes is just, that's a great way to spend my time. I really enjoyed that. Maybe you just get stunned in place for like 30 seconds. How would I like contextualize that? Everything has to be contextualized, like in the game world. If it's not contextualized in the game world, like it's such a no-go. Like even the thing where it's like I can't take out the weapon, it's like I would have him be like, oh, I don't think I should take that out here, you know, something like that. But being stunned for 30 seconds, it's like, that's kind of like that other idea I had where the spy from your agency also comes and like tranquilizer darts you, shoots you with a tranquilizer dart. And yeah, I think, but if he comes and does that, that means that you've already done the thing. The sort of like first thing that I'm trying to minimize, the thing that's at top of mind, is like how do you make it so you don't have to come up with many, if any, new behaviors, and how do you just limit like all this sort of logistical stuff. Get up. Let's see. Where's my face at? Is this fine right here? I think that's fine, right? Yeah, okay. They find your badge and all goes back to normal. Oh, wait. Maybe the airport police show up and investigate for 30 seconds. They find your badge and all goes back to normal. Something like that. Because I think it's the same. I do have to remind myself that it is the same issue as like killing innocent people out in public. That's the penalty for that is attention. You know, because you get all of these people screaming and hollering and gathering around a dead body and stuff, and suddenly you're no longer very clandestine. And then the police show up, and that's like sirens and shit. You know, that's just like totally. You've suddenly made that area very hot. So if you did that at the airport, if you did that at the airport, if you did that anywhere in public, then the police, I don't know, the last time we were streaming and like talking about the police stuff, I don't remember what a lot of my logic was on that, but I vaguely remember talking about like not wanting to go full GTA, because then it's like, okay, well, if the police show up and then you shoot the police, then you know, then then you get 5 stars. What do you do? You're in public, shoot somebody, the police. I think honestly the police should just start shooting at you. I don't think that's that. Like, I'm gonna need to make a behavior for an NPC to shoot at you anyway. So that's just a reusable behavior. So cops would start shooting at you if they saw you, and they'd chase you around and shit. And that would be very vaguely like what happens. Yeah, I think that's departing from the actual game feel. Right, exactly. So I think I would just leave it as like, you could go GTA-ish, but the penalty would be that one sort of like guardian angel spy comes and hits you with a tranquilizer dart and tells you like, hey, chill the fuck out. Or even like fires you, you know, like or makes you lose a life. So can you actually die? Yeah, you can actually die. So the way I think I'm gonna have lives set up is that everybody has 2 lives, but it's not the same character. So you will have access to your first character that you build, but then after that, if you die, you take control of one of the agents that was working at your agency. And the reason for that, for the 2 live system, is because I want to completely disincentivize dying, so people are extremely cautious about things, and they're not all just gung-ho. But also, because if you're caught, I have this plan for like, if you're caught by somebody looking for you, they're gonna try to torture you. They try to torture information out of you, and you could risk it and try to withstand the torture and not talk. But if you, which is going to be a little mini game, I'm thinking it's going to be like the MGS thing where you have to like smash a button repeatedly for a long period of time and your arms are getting all tired, and it's like you just have to like, it's an endurance test. If you don't pass that endurance test, then they successfully torture you to the point where they get information out of you. And the only way to completely circumvent that is to take a cyanide capsule. So every agent is given a cyanide capsule. So if they're ever in the position of, I don't know if every agent's get given one off like immediately by default, but like maybe you have to buy one or something. But like, if you choose to have a cyanide capsule, and if you have a cyanide capsule on you when you're going to be tortured, you could choose to just kill yourself instead of being tortured and releasing information. So you die for your country and you take your secrets to your grave. But now you only have one life. So that's the 2-life system, and that's why it's kind of like, I do want to disincentivize people from getting into that whole GTA stuff. I have like a scab on the, oh my god. I think I blew my nose too much and now I have like a scab at the edge of my nose. Okay, I think NPC, static NPC, I think I'm gonna disable weapons when you go to the airport. Or, yeah. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna disable weapons at the airport, so you can't cause a huge fuss about something. But what you can do at the airport is still like poison somebody, you know, and kind of generally just like fuck with people in certain ways, but nothing that's gonna make it so you can start going on a killing spree for like the gate agents and shit like that, you know. I think that's an okay way to take care of it. Yeah, it's just too much to. Okay. So I'm gonna keep working on this then. Let's see. Okay, gets the airplane. Boarding. Okay. It announces it's boarding. Should I do that now? I think I will. And does it get what type of I think this should go first. Yeah, nice. So this goes here. And then this goes here. And then this goes here. Okay. So it gets that string. Who's it getting it from? The airplane. By this city's game objects, city schedule. City schedule. Afternoon passengers. Let's see. Thinking maybe I should put spaces in that. Now, what would the phrase be? Now boarding. Maybe they just say now boarding. I don't have to get all fancy about it. Where's that person to talk to? Canvas. Let's copy it. Static NPC. Paste. Disabling is a guarantee that you don't have to deal with it. Exactly. Exactly. Canvas. Let's oh, it's a big boy. Huh. Whoa. 0.01. Oops. 0.03. 0.05. And then 0.02. Excuse me. 0.01. Hmm. 0.15? There we go. Can always release an update later as added bonus feature. Yeah, exactly. All right. Okay. So, plane ticket associate? No, gate agent. Announce now boarding. What are those Text Mesh Pro? Set Text Mesh Pro input text, or is it UGUI text? Input field component, or that one, right? This one? All right. Okay, I think that's right. Now boarding. Okay, so they say now boarding. Should also put in an activate. Or, yeah. Activate game object. Okay. Activates it. Get next passenger. Don't even have to do this anymore, really, right? Or do I? Call next NPC. I think the NPCs could be waiting for a condition instead. Or maybe I do just loop through them. This is already set up for me. So NPCs need an FSM for boarding the plane? Or they need a part in their tree that's for boarding. Oh, did you see the newest update video of the cutscene today? Stars look pretty good today. I did. I commented on it in the Discord. Yeah, it's looking a lot better. It's so fun. That looks like so much fun. Populating a western town. The little tumbleweed and everything. Looks like so much fun. let's see. Static NPC. It gets the next passenger, so it gets them from all of that. And then loop event. I don't know what this next is from. Oh, finished event is next. Oh, okay. Okay, wait for last passenger board, okay. Check if player. If it's the player, then I'm trying to get this, I'm trying to get the timing down so when he says tumbleweed that the actual tumbleweed rolls by. Yeah. Don't you hate getting caught up on those details? It's the worst when they just like latch onto you and now you just can't, now you can't do anything with your life until you get that one thing down. Kind of like today with that door. The door was, I justified that it's more essential, but I definitely have run into those things where I'm like, no. The book of matches was like that. I was like, I don't need to design this right now, but I spent the better half of a day working on that. All right, so for check of player, and if it is the player, just send back and get the next one. Don't need to call the player. If it's not, then it calls the next NPC and then it sends back. There we go. Okay, that makes sense to me now. That's looking like it makes sense. God damn it, come on. Okay. So OFD about the dumbest, OCD about the dumbest stuff. Yep. Check if player, check if it's NPC. If it is, great. And then when it's done, it goes, oh, so when it does call the next NPC, I think it's just a set FSM bool. Next passenger. So I think passengers need to have all right, the gate agent FSM is going to tell this NPC to get on. So, what would it be? Civ B routine? Oh yeah, I was also thinking maybe, check if at home. I think we'll do check if at airport. Boy. All right, here we go. Check if at airport. And this is a bool test, right? Right here. At airport. True, false. If it's false, keep going. If it's true, gonna run that FSM. Start FSM. Cool. All right, so we're gonna make an FSM for what happens if they're at the airport. Dinah, show you doing tonight, buddy? How you doing, maybe? Okay, I guess it's time to make an at the airport FSM. Copy component. Paste component as new. At airport. Right here. Oh my god. No. I hate when that happens. I need to see all my FSMs. Need to just look at them. Or maybe I don't. I'm tripping. Alright. At airport. Maybe I should just make a new one. So I don't have to fuck with all these variables. FSM. Don't you love making new FSMs? Isn't it just so much fun? Yeah, it's supposed to be how using one hand while doing other stuff here. Oops, whoopsie doodles. I remember trying to send videos of like what I was working on to like friends, and like having to use one hand to hold the camera, and then trying to play the game, and it always looking like super janky. And then like several times attempting to like hold my phone like in my mouth, you know? I'm just like, nah. Okay, at the airport. We'll do there's so many FSMs on this fucking guy, and there's probably many more to come. Is this okay? Why? Like, I gotta ask Alex if this is an acceptable amount of FSMs. Yeah, new FSMs, depending on what it's for and what it does, determines whether I like to make it or not. Yeah, of course. This one's fun though. Behavior ones are fun because it's just like, ooh, that's like just one little behavior. It's like making a little little piece of candy. No, I didn't want that. Shit's getting a little laggy over here. Okay. Isn't it laggy if I deselect this? Oh, nice. That is cool. It's just my inspector that's slowing things down. Great. I think, right? Yeah, I think so. Cool. All right. So here I'll put a if you're at the airport, what do I want them to do? Okay, I think what's gonna help me decide what they do at the airport is based on this one FSM that's probably on the city schedule, flight manager, NPC passengers. Here we go. So, this is such a fucked up one. Oh, should I reconsider this? Excuse me. No fucking way. Oh my god. I think I gotta reconsider how this works. Checks if the player is at the airport. If the player is not at the airport, it... Spawn NPC. I'll write it out in English. Let's write it out in English. Okay. Making NPC passengers. Alright. If player is at the airport, then spawn an NPC at the front door and make them go buy a ticket. If the player is not at the airport, Okay, I splurged today and bought me a new Yeti mic for doing my voiceovers, but then got out some of my stage gear to tweak the sound a bit. I'm surprised you don't have like a crazy mic setup. But dope. Heard those are good. They sound good. I listened to a lot of ASMR videos that they use the Yeti mic. If the player is not at the airport, what do you do? Because I want these planes to dynamically... I want them to fill up. As if they are just as if NPCs are just walking in. But I don't want NPCs to actually walk in if the player isn't there, because that's just wasted resources. So instead, I would have them just added to the passenger list. So how do you add somebody to the passenger list that hasn't been spawned yet? I guess you could just create variables for them. So I guess it would be like pooler spawn, name of pool, NPCs, and then store the object in passenger NPC. Oh no, but you don't even want spawn. I don't want spawn. I don't want spawn. I want... What other pooler options do I have? Destroy pool. Disables the pooled object so they can be spawned again when necessary. Disables the stored pooled object for later use. Use section at the start of the state to create objects. Okay, pooler spawn. Spawns reinstantiated objects instead of instantiating them on the runtime for better CPU performance. What the fuck does that mean? I have lots of stage gear like Shure 55 and 54, but no adapters for PC, as we always rented studio space and didn't have to worry about it. Oh, gotcha. That makes sense. I just have, what do I have? I forget what the name of this one is, but it's this Audio Technica, the AT2020. I've had this thing for years now. And then I have my little Focusrite Scarlett 2i2 or something. This thing. I forget what it's called though. Let's see. Because I want to be able to grab things from this pool, but not use them yet. How would I do that? Where's my pooler? So I'm on the DC NC. Okay. Don't need to lock that. Pooler pool. Name of pool. Initiating pool objects can grow. Okay. I guess I can instantiate it. Let's see. Max pooled objects. 20. DC. So maybe I will do pooler spawn. Wait, spawns pre-instantiated objects as opposed to... Yeah, I mean, that's what I use all the time, right? Pooler spawn. Okay. So, NPCs. Doesn't matter the spawn point. I'll store the object as passenger NPC. And then I'll do disables the stored pooled object for later use. Okay. But I want to tell it who to. I guess I could just use activate game object. It's essentially the same thing. I'm gonna deactivate this passenger NPC. And then let's see. So you pull them out, deactivate them, but then you also for each or something like that. Interesting. I guess you do like a start FSM. But you can't do it. I would have to send an event maybe. Or maybe just an enable FSM. If the player, okay, I'll write it out in English. Let's see. If the player is not at the airport, pool a blank NPC. Set tell it to create or to create its attributes let's see, tell it to create its attributes. How do I do this? Let's just do this. Pull a blank NPC. Enable its random attributes, FSM. Deactivate the NPC. And then add that NPC to the passenger list. Okay. So now there's a corresponding passenger. Okay. And then when the player, I should say, if the player shows up to the airport before that flight has departed, then spawn this random attribute NPC. But how do I tell the difference between, oh, I guess they would all just be there, but then if I left, the player went there. If the player went to the airport, was at the airport when some NPC showed up and bought a ticket, that NPC would be added to the passenger list. And then if the player left, that NPC would be deactivated. And then if the player came back, I have to figure out a way to I guess they all just take all passengers. So whenever the player is at the airport, just randomly spawn. Just spawn. When the player is at the airport, just spawn or activate the NPCs from the passenger array list and put them and spawn each at a random location already inside the airport. Right. I think that makes sense. Okay. So they all spawn at the airport. If the player's at the airport, then spawn an NPC at the front door and make them go buy a ticket. Cool. I think that makes sense. So you activate game object and then you enable an FSM on them. FSM name, random attributes. God damn, I hope that works. So I enable that before I deactivate that game object. And then array list add. Alright. I think I need a bigger monitor so I can see your FSM inspector a little better so I can help more. Hey, don't even worry about it. Don't even worry about it. It's honestly pretty smooth sailing right now. I appreciate that though. Really, 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 really. Don't even trip. Don't even trip. Okay, so array list. I am adding passenger NPC to shit, it has to pick a random. Let's see. Oops. Oh, I put them in the wrong places. I'll put false over here and true over here. Spawn NPC, or this one should be like generate NPC. Random weight. Here is the array list add, I think. That my eyes are starting to turn to shit. Getting older sucks. Oh no. Oh no. Don't tell me that kind of thing. My eyes, I've been, like, when I go to the market, I look at the mountains as I'm driving, and like, I can kind of tell that I'm like cross-eyed. Like a little cross-eyed. Sometimes, it's not all the time. Or like I look at a stop sign and I'm a little cross-eyed. And I'm like, and then like one day I was driving the market and it was like that for like way longer than usual. I was like, oh, is this what my grandmother warned me about? Okay. Whew. Woo. Okay. Generate NPC. Besides, I am totally digging being able to help you out when I can. Totally worth the effort. Hey. Thanks. Thanks. You're in your 30s, wait about 5 to 10 years, something about 40, they said, oh no. My eyes already suck. I already wear glasses. This is already such a like, oh man. I have to do this thing where I tilt my head and then I look up so my eyes kind of like squish, and so the lens kind of compensates. Okay. Oh boy, getting older. Jesus. Okay. I need to get an FSM string, I think. Or do I? What do I want to do here? I want to tell. Oh. I should probably. I'm on the DC NPC passengers thing. Let's go to static NPC. And I'm gonna put this tabula rasa guy in these old backups. There we go. Nice. Okay. So this gate agent. Oh no. Plane ticket associate. We have, you get a city. I'm currently modeling a 3D raccoon, but the head is like a nerd pig and I hate it. Can you please humor me and share that in the Discord? Anywhere, any category is fine. I want to know what a nerd pig head looks like on a raccoon. Por favor. Dude, I had freaking amazing vision my whole life. Within 3 months of turning 40, they went, pfft. I couldn't hold things far enough away from my face to be able to read it. Whoa. No, it's not true. Okay, I'll post it all the way. Cool. Alright, so what the buy ticket, this is what we want. Is there anything else on here? Okay, so it spawns it, and then it, departure city, the destination, and departure time. Oh, I need to give tickets to all those NPCs too. Let's see. Add that in, to pass. Enable its random attributes of FSM. Give it a ticket. I have to give my NPCs tickets. Oh, it's such a silly thing. Departure city, chosen destination, and then. Oh, folks. Departure time. Time of day, departure time. Is it not getting a departure time? I need to go buy a ticket from this NPC really quick. Let's. Is this anything? I'm gonna set this as a start state. No NPCs. Debug in console. Input fields. Debug warp. Okay. Input field text. Player warp. Okay. Array get. Stores value. Get child. Oh, player spawn. Child name. Player spawn. Why should it have that? Oh, that is so weird. That's how it does it? Player spawn. It's funny. I always forget where player spawn. Just delete this. Oh, it's so weird. Alright, so I get each of those. Gets the child called player spawn. Variables. Debug warp right here. 7. All right. Where is it? Let's see, static NPC. Boom. Right here, game object. Move to view. All right. Cool. This should put me here. Where do I post it? Dev work in progress feedback? Anywhere you want. Sure, that sounds like a good place. Put in the work in progress feedback. Or memes. Or general. Whatever you want. Okay. What was I gonna go do with this associate? What was I gonna go? Oh, it's gonna go buy a ticket. Let me make sure these tickets, items, plane ticket. Let's open it up. Boom. Rigid body. It's on the default layer. Sometimes this plane ticket falls through. I think that's good. Oh, no. 0.025. How about that? Let's see. Let's hope this doesn't fall through the floor. What's this? Default. Has a box collider. Should work. Level. Okay. Let's go get a plane ticket. Wait, I want to go to the bathroom. Yeah, go to the bathroom. All right. Player warp leave 6. Yep. Here we go. All right. So I go talk to you. Oh. Whoa. Or you? Here we go. All right. So I want to go to Berlin at 3 p.m. Purchase ticket. See, that fucking ticket went through the floor. Why? Uh-oh. Okay. Has a box collider. Even this one? Has a box collider. Why did the ticket fall through the floor? Check layers and colliders. What about floor? Here's the floor. Oops, wrong one. This one has the collider on it. And then the ticket right here has the box collider and a rigid body. Here's its collision detection stuff. And there it is on the bottom floor. Why does it land on this one? What layers maybe? Layer default. It's untagged. Here is, it's also on default. Ticket is on default. Discrete, turn it up to continuous. Oh man, doesn't that start cranking up that fucking processing power though? Do I need to do that? Plane ticket. Discrete What do the other ones have? The other ones are, why does everything else work on discrete though? Everything else is fine with discrete. Should I make it a little thicker? What if I delete this, remove component, box collider, and then I just, what's so weird is that it works on the floor below it. Like why on the floor below it? 0.25, and then rigid body. Okay. Let's ask the manual. Woo! I need a vacuum. Used to prevent fast-moving objects from passing through other objects without detecting collisions. Use discrete collision against all other colliders in the scene. Other colliders use discrete collision detection when testing for collision against it. Use for normal collision. This is a default value. Continuous. Use discrete and sweep-based continuous collision detection against collider with a rigid body. Rigid body set to continuous dynamic. We use continuous collision detection when testing for collision against the rigid body. Other rigid bodies will use discrete detection. Used for objects with which the continuous dynamic detection needs to collide with. This has a big impact on physics performance. Leave it set to discrete if you don't have issues with collisions of fast objects. It's not even fast. And why does it work with the floor below it, but not the floor? Continuous dynamic. Oh, you know what I wonder? Right. Let's figure out what it is. Also, the license to do The plane ticket should be fine, but this floor, it is a box collider. That is so weird. Especially because I feel like, let me see, if I put this, I'm gonna scooch this one over right there, and this one right there, standing right next to each other. Okay, let's see if this still happens on the little desk. If the, oops. If the ticket still drops through the desk, that's especially weird because it used to land on the desk. Player, warp 6. Does floor below it have better collision detection? That's a good one. I could check that really quick. Bless you, vacuum and Zyrtec. Oh, bless you. Thank you. That was a delayed thank you for that one. Thank you. Vacuum and Zyrtec, yes. Because it's the second floor maybe, so it's detecting after it fell through one already. That would be so weird. Okay, so we're talking to you. Oops. Okay, we're going to Berlin at 3 p.m. Purchase ticket. See? Lands on that. Why does it land on this? Lands on the table. But if I drop it right here, what the fuck? Why does it land when I... What? How come it land... And look at, I'm holding it higher than he was. So it's like, it has all the time in the world to gain speed. Let's see. He drops it like this. So I'm gonna drop it like that too. Nope. Wow. Very strange. Now move the, yeah. Ugh. I'm gonna scoot him over right there. I would like to buy 1 ticket. What? Oh, you know what? You know what? Maybe it's just a weird glitch. Could be, but what I'm thinking... Oh, wait, no, this dude doesn't even have a collider on him, huh? Or does he? I'm thinking like, oh, what if it's like kind of like intersecting with some other collider? He does have this capsule collider on him. You know, like, does this, if I lift this up, what? Why is that rotating? Oh, there we go. Oh, never mind. Wait, is the agent a parent object? No, when make the capsule collider smaller. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Is like maybe the capsule collider was like interacting with it somehow, but it falls straight down. So the capsule collider is straight. Let's see. Come on. The capsule collider is straight. And where ticket spawn is like right out in front. And so that wouldn't make sense. Let's try moving the ticket spawn a little further away. Maybe. It's potentially the problem. Ticket spawn. Like that. And then we'll get him. Scooch him over. And fire it up. Move the capsule collider back or smidge or make it slightly smaller. Let's see. Player warp 6. Okay. Berlin at 3 p.m. Purchase ticket. Nope. What the fuck? Let's see. All right. Ticket associate. I'll move this capsule collider back. Oh. Shit. There we go. Now it's literally behind him. All right, so capsule collider is now behind him. 3 p.m. Purchase ticket. Still falls through the ground. The capsule collider is behind him. Yeah, the capsule collider for but move the capsule collider back a smidge or make it slightly smaller. I seriously think it's intersecting. Yeah, I mean, I get where you're coming from, but now, like, look at that. Capsule collider is about as far back as you can get. It's definitely not touching the ticket. Now, like, moving him over to the desk. Purchase ticket. Perfect. And I could put it right there. Isn't that fucking weird? Well, here's the thing. I'm not going to trip because there's never a point where this guy's going to be spawning tickets on the floor because this guy's going to always be fixed behind a desk. So I'm just not going to trip. I'm not going to let that get to me. It's fucking annoying and weird, but hey, it's actually not my problem. Okay, so, but the real reason I'm even over here, God, what a fucking detour that was. Let me get this music kicking again. Genres. String quartet, maybe? High tempo string quartet? Sure. Okay. Player warp to, oops, wrong one, 6. Okay, well, hello there, sir. I would like a ticket to Morocco at 11 p.m. Thank you. All right, and I'm gonna grab that, and let's look at its variables. No assigned seat. Departure city is DC. That's correct. Departure time. It has no departure time. Let me write this down. So what we need to get is departure time. Need to get, okay, destination is good. Gate number. That's right, because it's the corresponding city. Is grabbable, and ticket holder is the player. That's great. Great, great, great. So we literally just need the departure time. You know what would be cool? Let's create a flight number. Okay. So they could say now boarding flight and then whatever the flight number is. Okay, compare the colliders of the desk and the floor. Oh, in that case, fuck it. Yeah. I have posted that pig on Discord. Oh shit, let me see. It does. Oh, so you just need to make the face more narrow. Make the face more narrow. That's all it takes. A raccoon's face is just it kind of comes to a point more and sooner. That's so funny. It does look like a pig. I could see how it is the beginning stages of a raccoon though. But by no fault of your own. Because, you know, it's a four-legged animal and all those fucking things look the same to me. Let's make this smaller again. Okay. So I think it has the destination, it has the departure time. Oh, and it has its ticket holder. So I'm gonna put these as need, right? And then it has the ticket holder. Let's see, no assigned seat. I guess it is gonna need an assigned seat now. If I'm fucking getting down to it, it does need an assigned seat. Has departure city, destination, gate number. Gate number is pretty superfluous. Great, and ticket holder. Okay. I wish there was more press and play for funsies. This airport shit. This is a doozy. Okay, I can minimize all this. Okay. So, static NPC. Okay. I gotta sit up before I get too comfortable like that. Buy ticket. So we need departure time, an assigned seat, and flight number. Departure time, assigned seat, and flight number. Departure time, assigned seat, flight number. Departure time. What do I want here? What do I want here? Departure time. Get airplane, add airplane to passengers. Add to airplane passengers, okay. Raycast player origin. Interact? Oh, the player origin, right. Set ticket variables. Departure city, right? Destination. Departure time is what is needed, right? Okay, so this doesn't get set. Departure time. We have a set FSM string for departure time, but we never get that, do we? Oh, we do get FSM string from the time button. Departure time. Time button. Variables. Where is chosen time string? UI click, get next sprite, set property, array get. Oh, here we go. The array flight time string array. Available flight time string array. Okay, so that just needs to fill out. Oh, okay. Available flight time string array. Cool. 3. So you have morning flight, afternoon flight. Oh. I guess they should say what they are, what time they are. Yeah, they need to say what time they are, the actual time. So we need to set that by connect sprite. It does it through here. So you select your city and then set to defaults. Here we go. Get FSM array. Available flight time sprite array. Right, from that airplane. Available flight times string array. Okay, so I could just go into these airplanes. And so for DC to London, they should have flight availability, sprite array, and string array. So 8 a.m., 1 p.m., and 8 p.m. Huh, why isn't it getting it from here then? Available flight times, string array. Maybe I'm setting the name wrong? Available flight times, string array. On Discord at announcements, you should do like at everyone so we get notified. Oh, that's a good point. I didn't know if everybody was getting notified or not. Fucking A. I will do that. Thanks for pointing that out, John Jero. I was kind of wondering, like, yeah, excuse me, because I am still learning the ropes of how this works, how to run a Discord proper. Oops, static NPC. Thank you for telling me that. Yeah, hit at everyone and we all get a ping. Nice. Okay, I'll also try. I won't be as like frivolous with it either. Times 8 p.m. Okay. Dude, I told you I would help you out. Sheesh. Hey. I want to learn. I think I could do it. You know, I think when things pick up, if things pick up to the point where like I can't manage some things, yeah, I definitely want to get help. But I think for now, I do enjoy popping in and kind of running things myself here and there. It's enjoyable, you know, as long as the workload is manageable. But if it ever does get to a point, you know, I hope it does. I do hope it gets to a point where I can't manage it. Then yeah, I would totally want some help. No problem, mate, because I wanted to get notified every time you streamed. Dope. I'm glad to hear that. Dope. This is buy, or the time button is what we're at. Get variables. And let me get this notepad. I think, did I copy this? Yeah, available flight times string array. Available flight times underscore string dash array. It gets that one, right? Flight availability, it does. String array. Sprite array, okay. It should be getting that. I'm not sure why it doesn't get that. Ooh, you know what I wonder? I wonder if this is a cursed prefab. Let's see, where is it? Static NPC, open it up. And time button. No, it looks like it's getting it. Airplane, flight availability. Let me run it and see what happens. See if I can get that info out of it. Oh man, I was thinking today, I was like, when this is all said and done, I'm gonna want to do a very small game. I'm gonna have I'm gonna be itching to make something small and sweet that I could just like add to instead of building, or something I could make where it's done very early on and then it's just about adding cooler shit after. Okay. Whoops. I need to fix that. Okay, Berlin, let's do 3 p.m. Purchase ticket. Cool. Got this ticket. But we want to click on the static NPC time button. Excuse me? Oh, that's the wrong one. Ticket associate. Here we go. Oh! Is it because he's a time button? Get variables. Okay, so does it use that available flight time string array as opposed to what? The buy button says, oh. Yeah, it does. Okay, so it sets that departure time. Oh, it's trying to get a departure time variable from that. Departure time variable. Time variable. Is there even a departure time variable? There is not. That is why. That is why. Also, this ticket associate is... he's an unpacked prefab. Static NPC, NPC type. I'm gonna make him a plane ticket associate for now. And we are going to delete this ticket associate. I have no doubt you can run a Discord server. It's a lot easier than even playmakering a game. I am more concerned with you splitting your time between running Discord and actually being productive. Oh, no. Like, I totally get that. And that is the line that I'm trying to draw to, the distinction I'm trying to draw. It's like, you know, I genuinely do just enjoy engaging with people on it. So it's like, that's what I'm interested in. Like right now it's pretty casual, but when it does spill over into that thing where I do think it is eating into my time, that's when I intend on getting help, you know? Because right now it's just cool because I get to talk to people, and I do just want to build like a community of people that I like do the same things as they're doing, because I haven't had that in a long time. Like even in filmmaking, it's, you know, that was a lot harder, and I just find it really exciting that like in game development it's been a lot faster for me to find a community, just making friends who do the same shit, or even honestly like just finding independent developers that I'm a fan of. Like when I was doing film, it was hard to find like independent filmmakers that I was a fan of. If I was a fan of them, they were usually like, you know, huge, well established. It was rare to find like micro budget, really small productions, films. But with games like #Screenshot Saturday, like I go on there and I find all this cool shit made by like one person who has like 5 followers, and it's like, holy shit, this is awesome. Like these are people I can actually approach and talk to, and like, yeah. So let's see. Oh yeah, I forgot to post my other Flappy Bird. Did you want to see it? Yeah, let's see it. I have an idea for an easy to make game. I will shoot you the idea and some details tomorrow. Wouldn't take but a few hours to build probably, and a lot of procedurally built, so replayable forever. Yeah, let me know. I don't even know what kind of thing I would... I'm pretty sure, I might change my mind, but I'm pretty sure I'm going to join the Brackies Game Jam. That happens in 2 weeks. I think it's 2 weeks from now. I'm pretty sure I am just going to put this shit down for a minute and join that game jam. Because, like, it's a big one. That's a good one. It's like, that'll be fun knowing that everybody's out there working on some shit. And I need to do at least one little thing soon. So I'm looking forward to that. And I'll stream that for sure, too. Okay. Got my static NPC set up because he doesn't have he's getting the, what is it? It's called departure time, right? Get variables. Departure time. The time button, FSM name. Okay, variables. It's a string, it should be. Okay. Departure time. And I should have like a time of day string array. Let's see. Array time of day string array. And fill up with strings. And then that's the one that has all that morning, afternoon, and shit like that. Buy ticket. Do any of these have any pre-filled? No, right? Okay. So then you go to DC and you get flight manager, available destinations. Oh, here we go. This is it? No. Afternoon, morning, red eye. What the fuck? Ah, okay. Not sure how that works. Why is that like that? I hate not knowing how my own fucking things work. Okay, it's getting it from the airplane, not the... Flight availability. Right, okay, available flight times. Yeah, here we go. Available flight times string array. So instead... where is this used? Array delete at. God damn, this is a confusing one. Yeah, I think it's in 2 weeks, and I kind of want to jump on it too. Haven't decided. Has he released the theme yet? I don't think so. I think we're waiting a minute for that theme. I think. Let's see. A part of me like legit wants to rework the airplane system. I think I made it really confusing for myself. Just look at his Discord. I think voting on the theme starts next week. Oh, that's pretty soon. Nice. That's good. You give me, or I guess it's voting, right? Okay. Yeah. Let's see. DC to London. Flight availability. Gets the variables. Finds the closest city. Why does it need to find the closest city? Why? What is it stored as? This city. Is that used anywhere else? No. I have a feeling that this... Don't want to touch it though. Let's just get static NPC, time, variables, departure time, right? We want to use a thing where it sets departure time. It gets the next sprite in the array, the available flight times, when you click on it. Oh, and the city button is sending to each one of these. So it gets that first. Gets the city first. And then it sets the defaults. Right, gets the game object, gets the airplane. That index is chosen destination index. That makes sense, right? That's what these are sending. Yeah. Okay. And then get FSM array. The airplane has the available flight time sprite array, and then it has the available flight time string array, which is just a morning, afternoon, and whatever. Okay, so this is where it sets the thing. Oh, this is where it's set. Oh, okay. And then array get next. Gets the next sprite. Sets the sprite, set property, array gets the chosen time index, chosen time index, okay, array get, oh, it doesn't have there is no chosen time index. Chosen destination index. Chosen destination index. Flight availability. Set int value. Oh, okay, it just sets the chosen time index to 0. Array get. Alright, stores that value, sets the property, self sends back, gets over here, find the closest city to the static NPC, gets the child flights with the tag flights, gets the chosen destination, get flights, child index, gets the chosen destination index, that makes sense, stores as the airplane, gets the available flight time sprite array, okay, and then it gets the available flight time string array, and then the 24-hour schedule string array. That's what I would want to get. Instead of getting it from the game manager, I'll get it from the airplane, and it'll be in the flight availability FSM. And we'll call it the 24-hour schedule string array. So in the airplane on the flight availability one. In the airplane on the flight availability FSM. Okay, make a new variable. Array of strings called this. I'm even thinking about calling it the hour min. Actually, I'll just copy it like that. Static NPC. Time. This is going to be that instead. It gets that. Great. Okay. Our min schedule string. And then set sprite. Array get. Chosen time string. And we have another array get in here. Chosen time string. Array. Our min schedule. Index. Chosen time index. Store value as departure time. Ooh, I think that'll work. That would be cool if this works. Okay, so let's go back to the DC flight. And in flight availability, we have our min schedule. We'll give it 3. And 8 a.m., 1 p.m., 8 p.m. 8 a.m., 1 p.m., 8 p.m. All right, let's try that out. Scusi. Ooh. Will this have the right time on it? So I can only get a flight from DC right now. But if that works, I'll just copy pasta that onto the other ones. Oh, and for some reason my fucking crosshair is weird. There we go. Is it always like that? Oops. 6. All right, I'm gonna talk to you. And oh shit! What? This one get us. Oh, because they have to have that variable on all of them. Fair enough. Let's just put it on all of them really quick. DC to Paris, DC to London. Oh, I would have gotten the wrong one anyway. DC to London. Our min schedule string. Array. It's a string. May as well set it while we're here, right? Wrong one. Oops. Flight availability. There we go. Array. (9 a.m., 2 p.m., 9 p.m.) 9 a.m., 2 p.m., 9 p.m. DC to Berlin. Flight availability. I cannot wait to be done with the fucking airplane system. String 3, and it's 10 a.m., 3 p.m., 10 p.m. 10 a.m., 3 p.m., 10 p.m. DC to Morocco. Flight availability. So glad these are empty game objects that I could just rename later. Oh my god. DC to Morocco, flight availability, new array, string, 3 of them, 11 a.m., 4 p.m., 11 p.m. Okay, brother, I'm out for tonight. Have to get up for work in like 7 hours. We'll shoot you the game jam idea tomorrow or Tuesday, and you can let me know what you think. Enjoy the rest of your evening. Yeah, do it. And get some rest. Get some good sleep in. Hope you had a productive and enjoyable weekend, man. Peace, 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 peace. Thanks for the support, dude. Thanks for your help. You called out that what did you had? You said you tightened the bolts on that character controller thing earlier. I think, or the radius of that agent thing. Let's see. DC to Moscow. Flight availability. Array. Last one. Here we go. (7 a.m., 5 p.m., 11:30 p.m. 7 a.m., 5 p.m., 11:30 p.m. Okay. Okay. Let's see if that works. Here we go. Cross your fingers. Is this crosshair always there? Am I tripping? Okay, we can scroll through these without it freezing up. Let's go to London at 1 p.m. Purchase ticket. Got that ticket. And just scoot this over. Here we go. Departure time, 1 p.m. Woo! All right, looking good. Oh, good. I feel like I need to draw like a map of these fucking things. Oh boy. That didn't take too long for me to just kind of read through it again. Okay. So the ticket now has the departure city, the departure time, the destination, the gate number, and the ticket holder. So it tells you who owns it, where you're going, where you're coming from, and what time you're going there, and what gate number to go to. Says John Jarrow. Okay, so static NPC gives that to you. We need to assign a seat. Oh, the fucking seat. Flight booker canvas. I think I'm gonna get rid of the seat thing. I think I'm just gonna make it so it automatically assigns a seat to you. Okay. But it'll at least give you a... Sorry, I can't post the Flappy Bird video. It says the video file is too big. Oh, why don't you upload to YouTube? And then host it as like an unlisted video. In the privacy settings, it lets you make it public, private, or unlisted. So you could share the link without having to give everybody access to it. And it'll also be hidden from your YouTube channel. Try to do the beat of the Mozart song that is playing. Oh. Nice. Well, you almost nailed it, huh? So I think the buy ticket thing... Oh, but you know what? I was just gonna randomly generate some number, but that number needs to stick the entire time. Oh. Nah, I'm not even gonna trip with that right now. Because you don't need a flight number. You just need where you're going and what time. Right now. Might add a flight number later because I don't want people getting confused with like... There needs to be a big like, good for today only sign or text on it, you know? But we do need to get the passenger seat down, so I need to figure out the passenger seats. Let's open that up. Holy smokes. What am I gonna do with this? I guess we need to run some tests that can make an NPC go sit down at a chair correctly. If I select this chair, okay, good. Airplane seat. This is what I want. Shit, I don't have to do that for every single one. I think I'm gonna call it a night. This airplane shit makes my head spin. But we're in a good place. So, yeah, got some good things lined up. All right, so to the handful of people that are still here, thanks for stopping by. I know it was a slow one today, but got some stuff that is gonna be a little bit more fun, a little more exciting coming up. I don't know what it's gonna be. I know that there's a lot of things that are fun and exciting. There's like fire, right? Gotta make fire spread and stuff like that. Gotta set up the police thing. When police come, still got to do the sleeping stuff, still got to do the money stuff, still got to do all that stuff. So, got some good stuff coming up. As soon as I finish all this plane shit, I think it'll be a little more fast-paced. But anyhow, thank you for stopping by. Janjero, Dinah, Rusty left, but everybody else, have a very good night. Take care of yourself. Get some good rest. Eat right. Get some exercise. And I'll talk to you all very, very soon. Peace.